Hi Cancer, welcome or welcome back to Heretic Tarot. My name is Liz and we're talking about mid-February, just messages of inspiration if you need them to get you through the rest of the shorter month. As with last month, we're just going to clear the space, clear the energies. If there's anything that's been nagging at you, any energy, thoughts, behaviors, patterns, throw them in the bowl. We'll cleanse them for you. And I'm going to do this 3 times. So of course, just be aware of that if you are wearing headphones. And here we go. Actually, I want to do one more. There it is. That was it. Beautiful. It's so funny because I keep hearing the nuns from Sister Act. Like, if you've seen the movie, if you haven't, I mean, you have to. It's on Disney Plus. Please watch it. It's like seriously one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's probably aging myself, and I am totally fine with that. But like when Sister Mary Clarence has all the nuns sing together for the first time, that's what I keep hearing in my head, and I love it. So I don't know, maybe we've got their energy here with us or whatever. And if that's true, I hope so. So we're not working with a spread this time. The intention is just for a card or two to come out. We want the message to be just a bit on the short and sweet side. The card does need to fall out of the deck. I don't shuffle reversals into the deck, but if it falls out in the reverse, we'll take it. And it does actually need to fall out of the deck. If it flips in the deck, we'll just flip it over and keep it moving. Because again, we want the message to be clear. It's a bit too many. So for Cancer, weird. Wasn't there a, there we go. What is the inspiration? 5 of Cups and 7 of Cups. Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I keep kind of like my attention keeps going to these little fairies. It doesn't seem like you are digging the options that you are being given. You could be working through a lot of options also, like just trying shit and it's just either not working or it's just not really jiving with you. But it's like the good news is like, you know, you're going to keep being given options. Like I know that can be even a little bit exhausting. Like I'm just kind of getting this like feeling from this card because we have these 3 cups in here. She I mean, she's dropping a tear, not very happy, you know. I mean, like 5 of Cups, the cups have to do with our emotions. So this is very much about being in your energy, right? With the water, or being a water sign. But it is, you know, kind of about loss. The 5s talk about change. And, you know, like change is hard sometimes. So, you know, I mean, that's why it's usually kind of depicted as being a bit more of like a tougher energy to get through, because it is difficult to kind of get through these changes sometimes. But so, you know, we have these 3 cups here in the water. She's not happy. Like I said, you know, she's dropping a tear, very kind of sad. And then we have these fairies back here that are bringing her 2 more cups, but she can't see those yet because her eyes are closed. And maybe she doesn't even want to see that yet. And honestly, like, you know, even being in that energy where you just kind of want to be sad, there's nothing wrong with that. But there also needs to be an understanding, or almost like an agreement with yourself, that there's kind of a quote unquote like time limit on that. Like, you know, there has to kind of come a point where there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, even if we are kind of in these sadder energies, you know, like we still, you know, even if we're just kind of inching forward, little bit by little bit, right? Like, there still kind of comes a point where all of a sudden there's a light, and that light could be the size of a pinhole, you know, but it's still there. And you still kind of keep inching towards that. But like I said, like with the 7 of Cups, you know, we have these fairies here, or there's this fairy here that is also offering a cup. So I keep getting this, like, I keep getting this idea that like this is your spirit guide, your guardian angel, your higher self even, that kind of, they keep sending options to you. And, you know, like because that's what the 7 of Cups is. It talks about having options. It almost kind of talks about being kind of daydreaming and like letting our mind, you know, and our emotions like just kind of run wild with the possibility of all these kind of different options, but also just kind of seeing how we feel about them too, right? So so it's almost like, you know, like the cups are coming from your, like I said, like this has a feeling of like a spirit guide or guardian angel. It's like coming from them and being brought over to you, because, you know, like they know that, of course, that you've been in this energy. And, you know, again, like, you know, we have the 8 of Swords on underneath the 7 of Cups. So that just kind of talks about our, like, putting ourselves into a mental prison almost. Like, we're not bound here. You know, our hands are free for the most part. So we could get out of this if we wanted to. And just start with something. You know, the Page of Pentacles is the apprentice type energy. And maybe that's what we don't want to do. Like, maybe we don't want to start from the quote unquote bottom. And maybe that's kind of, you know, like the options that we see for ourselves. But we have to start like somewhere. And, you know, like everything new is new temporarily. It's not new forever, right? So we're not an apprentice forever. You know, we go from being the page to the knight to the queen to the king, right? Like we, again, like my analogy of, you know, like that light at the end of the tunnel, like we have to keep kind of inching forward. And if we don't make a decision, this 8 of Swords, like if we don't make a decision to at least get started, then we kind of keep pushing that further back when, I mean, we know we're going to end up here eventually anyway, right? So it's like that whole, I hate this phrase, I'm going to say it because it's coming to my mind, but it's delaying the inevitable. Where, you know, I mean, if we would have started like 3 months ago, we would have already been like 3 months ahead, right? Like, and of course, everything happens in divine timing, right? I 100% believe that. And if you're feeling kind of pushed or compelled to kind of head in a certain direction, and maybe you're just not feeling that great about it, there's nothing that says that you can't pivot if it really isn't for you, right? Like, and I'm being kind of drawn to these figures that are even in the tree. It's like, again, you know, just this this help coming in. Like, you, like, there is a lot of help around you. And maybe it's a matter of communication. Like, maybe it's a matter of needing to, like, just maybe get a bit clearer about what you want to do. That's coming to mind too. But again, you know, like, just it seems like there are options incoming. You're not digging them, but it's more so because, like, you're not a big fan of having to kind of start from being an apprentice or being in an apprentice role. But honestly, I mean, any way that you can get your foot in the door, whatever door that is, right? Like, just getting your foot in the door and then really kind of showing who you are gets you out of that apprentice role even quicker, right? So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm sending all my love. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.